Hi, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, welcome back. So this is the last section of this generational wealth spread. And today we will be seeking what is it that you need to receive. What is it you need to receive? What is it you need to receive? May I have 3 cards? Okay, 1. What is it? This one. What is it you need to receive? What is it you need to receive? Okay. So we have our 3 groups. We've been doing a generational wealth spread. And this spread has had 5 different sections. So if you haven't checked out the other videos in this series, then please check them out. Part 1 of the series was what blessings you have inherited from your family line. And I separated that into 2 parts. So section 1 has 2 parts. It's what blessings you have inherited from your mother's line and what you have inherited from your father's line. Okay? That's section 1. Section 2, we talked about the blocks. Because if you're not aware of what the blocks are, then how do you know what obstacles to overcome? Or what could be presenting an obstacle towards generational wealth. Okay, so that was section 2 of the generational wealth spread. And then we did section 3. And section 3, we sought what is the path to healing. Because sometimes it's unhealed trauma that are creating the blockages, things that subconsciously you may not be aware of. And so I was seeking guidance to assist you on your journey to generational wealth as to what needs to be healed. And that was section 3. In section 4, we sought what is it you need to give up? Because sometimes there's things that, again, can appear in the subconscious that you're not even aware that you need to give up. It's just been programmed into you. So that was section number 4. What is it you need to give up? Now in this section, we'll be receiving insight, guidance, and more clarity on what it is that you need to receive towards this, towards this generational wealth. Okay? And so again, this is the last section of this series. There are 6 parts to it, and now that they are completed, I will put them in a playlist as well as they will be available freely on the channel. But if you're looking for all 6 of those videos, they will be in a playlist titled Generational Wealth. Okay? Now, as we get into these messages, you may decide through your intuition, as with any of the messages, that some of them, or one of them I was going to say, may have messages for you. You may find your intuition guiding you towards 2 of the messages and or all 3. But please allow your intuition to guide you. Okay? And I'd like to say kudos to you for seeking the generational wealth. You're not just thinking of yourself, but you're thinking of those that are to come after you, as well as giving honor to those that have come before you. And that's what's up. Okay? So let's get into this. What is it you need to receive? Group 2, what is it they need to receive? And Group 3. Okay, let's grab some crystals. What crystals could assist them in magnifying their energy so that what they need to receive comes to them easily and effortlessly? Group 2, what crystal? I felt this one. And Group 3, what crystal? Okay, I saw something flip over. Where'd you go? 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 Ooh, I could have. It's this one because it's upside down. Ha ha ha. Found ya. Okay, let's see. Making sure that's all. Yeah, okay, that's all. Is there anything else I want to? Let's see. What do they need to receive? What do they need to receive? Okay. What do they need to receive? Group 1. Group 2. What do they need to receive? Group 3. Okay, let's get into, let's get some tarot. I want one of these too. What do you need to receive? And last but not least, give us clarity, insight on what it is they need to receive when it comes to generational wealth, group number 1. Okay, okay. Anything else, group number 1? Okay, this is group number 1. Group number 2, what is it they need to receive when it comes to this generational wealth? Group number 2, thank you. Thank you. Anything else? Okay. Okay. Group 2. And group 3, what is it they need to receive? Group 3. Okay. So group number 1, let me introduce you to your key card, key focus, key energy. You have Root of Earth. And the number is 38, if you can see that. Let me do it this way. 38, Root of Earth, and this is the image. So you can choose by the number 38. You can allow the image to speak to your intuition, or the key phrase may be speaking to you. Root of Earth with inspired action. What is it you need to receive? That is your key card, key focus, key energy. Group number 2, you have Father of Fire. Earth and fire. Okay, so group number 2, your number is 26. This is your image, if you can see that. And the phrase is Father of Fire with passion ignited. Okay. So that's group 2. And group 3, your key card, key focus, key energy is Boo Boo the Fool. Card number 0. This is the image. Take a look at that. The phrase is Boo Boo the Fool with possibilities and potential. Possibilities and potential. Okay. So we have group 3 and group 2. And group 1, let's get right into your message. Your key card, key energy, key focus is Root of Earth. Your crystal is the parasolite, and it looks like this. Parasolite. Okay? Your tarot cards are the Six of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Six of Cups. You also have the Nadis rune with need. You have Sacred Healing. You also have Juniper tree. You have Soul Retrieval and Birth with Renewal. You also have Dawn with New Beginnings, Winter with Take Care of Your Needs, Rainbow Waterfall with Miracles. You have Mother Fierce, Peace, Worry is a wasted emotion, Balance with Stability and Standing Firm, I Got Your Back, Nasty Knot, Boundaries, and Work Smart, Not Hard. Okay. I'm going to put these two up here. Put these here. I Got Your Back. Dawn. Waterfall. Let's see now. Can you see those? Okay, good. Alrighty. So, group number 1. When it comes to what you need to receive, well, more than anything, sacred healing. And this sacred healing comes as a part of soul retrieval. The soul retrieval is you calling back the pieces of you, the fragmented pieces, the pieces of you where you've been hurt, and there have been pieces of your soul that have actually been left in certain timelines, certain dimensions, certain spaces, within certain people, because we do connect and create energetic cords with others, especially when we're intimate or sexually active with them. Intimacy is not just about sexual activity, but both of those specific interactions create those cords. Okay, because you can care for someone and still not be intimate, sexual with them, but there's an essence of intimacy. Intimacy. When someone that you've allowed to see you in a certain way, whether this is spiritually, emotionally, and or physically, like sexually, then we create cords. The strongest cords to break are those that of a sexual nature. So when you've been hurt, whether this is emotionally, because it's usually your emotions, your heart, right? When your heart space is damaged, when you've been fragmented to a deep level, a soul level, then there are aspects of self that are either still connected to other people, where you've left certain connections, certain parts of yourself, or you've been hurt and there's just been a breaking of spirit. You know how you have you ever met someone or you'll hear people say you have a broken spirit? This is where that soul retrieval comes from, and this is a part of the sacred healing, especially with this being card number 25 for many of you. 2, it's happened in your partnerships that have changed you, your connections to others. The 2, it has changed you at a soul level for many of you. But there is this time of sacred healing that's occurring. So there's a transformation. This is what you need to receive now, because that's what we're seeking. What is it you need to receive? So when it comes to soul retrieval, it's about calling back those fragmented pieces of you. Now, whenever you've broken something, if you've broken a plate, a glass, anything is broken, even a puzzle, right? A piece of paper, you tear it up. It's never exactly the same as it was. So putting all those little pieces together is where this healing comes. When you do soul retrieval, when you're calling back the pieces of you, take this with care. Because there is this thing where people just think, oh, I'm calling back the pieces of me. Remember, what you're calling back are pieces that have been hurt, have been afraid, fear, shamed, guilt, right? So these are all things that need to be healed. So when you're calling back the pieces of you, if you haven't done the shadow work, the inner work, if you're not in the mode to heal those aspects of you, then you're calling back shame, guilt, fear. When you do the soul retrieval, you're doing it in an aspect of setting the intention to do the work to heal those aspects of self. Most of you, you've already entered on a healing journey. So when you call those parts of yourself back to you, it's like you're allowing the healing to come forth, where the Most High is like filling those little pieces. Because when you put something together that's broken, there's still fine lines, right? Even with the puzzle, you can still see the lines of the puzzle. So it's like it needs to be refined. And when I see the refinement, I'm thinking of, it's a specific Japanese technique. Where's my phone? Anyway, they fill those cracks and lines with gold. And so it's like you're going to be, it's like your value was here and then it dropped because you were broken. But once you've been healed and those pieces of you have been filled with like gold, refined, all of the impurities of shame, guilt, deception of self, self-sabotage, fear, lack mentality have been healed, your value goes up. And there is gold interweaved within your soul. So this is what some of you need at this time, especially towards this generational wealth. When you're calling back those pieces of you, don't worry. Worry is a wasted emotion. And the worry may come up because, again, you're calling back the parts of your psyche where you buried certain aspects. You didn't want those memories, or certain things were so traumatic you didn't even remember them, and now you're calling back these pieces of you. For some of you, you don't remember it because it's a past life event. So when you call back the pieces of you from different timelines and dimensions and even past lives, it can bring up worry, it can bring up anxiety, stress, again, guilt, fear, shame, whatever it may be. But it's still what you need to receive in this moment. And there's no need to worry because the divine is saying, I've got your back. But it's time for you not to be all tied up with those past life events, with those broken parts of you. It's now time for this healing vibration of wholeness. Some may feel like it can't be done, but miracles do happen. They occur every day. The birth of a child is a miracle. The fact that you're now coming into the awareness that you can even call back those pieces of you so that you're able to have a new beginning. So that each and every one of your needs can be met in this present moment. Because it's in this present moment where you are creating the future for your generations to come. But it starts with you, with the healing, with the removing the blocks and the obstacles, with feeling whole within self. Knowing that your needs are going to be met, that there is no need to worry. Many of you are now overcoming any illusions. You're trusting your intuition. But as you're calling back these pieces of you, yes, your subconscious could bring back certain aspects of self that you have not wanted to, that have been a mystery to you, that can bring fear, can bring anxiety. And for some of you, when you do the soul retrieval and you're feeling more whole and it feels like this miracle is happening, you'll receive premonitions. Some of you have already been doing this, but you're not necessarily trusting what it is that you see. But with the juniper tree here, juniper is a very mystical, magical kind of energy that is surrounding you right now, that's allowing for this soul healing to occur for you, group number one. With the juniper tree here, this energy is all about the spiritual realms. It's about your ancestors assisting you in receiving this sacred healing. So let me give you some aspects about the juniper, because this could also be something that could be very healing to you, for you. For centuries, when it comes to the juniper tree, it has been regarded in many cultures as one of the trees that act as a gatekeeper between the mortal and the spiritual realms. And this soul retrieval, this shaman here in this card, is going between the worlds, the mortal and the spiritual war. The shaman has the ability to go between the worlds. The upper world, lower world, middle world, the spiritual worlds. And this is usually who would assist others with calling back those broken aspects of themselves. There is, when you're connecting with the spiritual realm, this essence where they're being kept apart and it's guarded against evil influences. So there's no need for you to worry when you're calling back the pieces of yourself. This is an excellent time, group number one, for what it is that you need to receive. It's an excellent time for you to investigate, become the psychic investigator for the broken pieces of yourself, why certain parts of you were broken or fragmented. What is it that you didn't want to see or investigate then that you're now able to clearly see, feel, be aware of, and heal? Okay, now call forth, invoke the energy of psychic protection, because you are protected. You're being encouraged to investigate with this soul retrieval here, to tap into the spiritual realms. You're more than protected on the divine mother side and the divine saying, I got your back. 2 and 4, bringing balance and harmony so that you can look at those relationships and the relationship with self. the divine mother, the divine feminine within you, and those aspects of relationships, whether you're a man or a woman. With this Mother Fierce here, this is card number 18. It's time for a new beginning of abundance and to allow the cycle of fear and the cycle of any illusions to come to a close. Any cycle of fear, of anxiety. And for some of you, this is where the soul retrieval happens. Facing those innermost parts of your psyche. Mother Fierce is a guardian. Nothing can penetrate that fire. Do you see? It's like there's a wall of fire to protect you as you go through the spiritual realms. And you can see that these two cards, along with the fire, how it all has this aspect of the red, the orange, the yellow, gold, right? Those are the lower chakras, your root chakra, so that you can feel more stable and more foundationally grounded, because you're having a renewal, a rebirth. So it's like the renewal is you calling back the aspects of yourself that were fragmented so that you can be birthed into a new vibration of wholeness, reclaiming those parts, knowing that you're protected on the spiritual realms, keeping your creative energy, sacral chakra, and having the confidence to face that fear, anxiety, shame, guilt. And then the gold is the crown, on top of the crown chakra, the soul star chakra, where you're connecting with the ethereal realm, the cosmic wisdom, the divine insight, so that you can bring forth more peace into your life. This is that wholeness vibration. And this is what you need to receive, group number 1. A lot of you worry, and when you get worried, you work a little harder, right? Because you don't want to be disappointed. So okay, this is coming in a multitude of ways. You don't like to disappoint yourself, but you also don't like it when others disappoint you. Some of you have asked for help, and this is where the soul fragments have occurred. You actually, for some of you, got down on your knees and asked for help, right? And for some of you, it wasn't given, so it made you feel broken. It hurt at a soul level, at a heart level. And then you replay certain things in your mind, and then some of you, you just put it aside so deep within your mind, within your heart, that you didn't want to face it. Now it's time to let go of any of those illusions and see it clearly for what it is. Trust your intuition. It's okay to tap into your subconscious mind. Feel whatever is coming up when you do the soul retrieval. And then allow yourself to not have to escape from it, but actually face it head on. Many of you have done the leaving behind or felt abandoned at certain areas by certain people in your life, and that's a part of this soul healing that's occurring at this time. Some of you, when you call back the broken pieces of you and you explore what that fear, anxiety, doubt, shame, guilt was, it's going to assist you with setting boundaries. Because now you know, I'm hearing like how far to let people go. before you decide to love yourself enough to walk away, but you're walking away with an aspect of not with an aspect of clarity. Like, you're not walking away because of fear. You're walking away because that would be the healthier, healed thing to do. Whenever someone's behavior is unacceptable, it's okay to set a boundary, not in a way of aggression, but in a way of, what was the word I'm hearing? Assertiveness. You can assert your boundaries, and then if people don't respect your boundaries, you've made it clear, and then you walked away. Not leaving behind any illusion about why it is you closed the cycle. Card number 18 here, 8 and 1 is 9. You won't leave the illusion. You just set your boundary. You made it clear. And when your boundary wasn't respected, you walked away. And therefore, you don't have any fragmented pieces of self, because you walked away with a clear mind, a clear heart, clear in self. This is possibly what some people will call closure, if that's still such a thing. And some of you feel that closure is not always a thing, or like not always necessary, but you have to decide what resonates with you, okay? Sometimes the closure is that you've set the boundary, and once the boundary is crossed, it's time to untie yourself from certain situations, people, places, so that you can have your new beginning, okay? So that you can take care of your needs and trust your instincts. So that you can continue to have peace and balance, where you're able to stand firm within self. Many of you also have to take care of your needs in the aspect of recognizing that just because it was thought of, you got to work hard, you got to work hard. People love to say, oh, I work hard for my money. Okay, well, keep saying that, because you will continue to work hard for it. There is a such thing as working smarter and not harder. And with this, I don't mean taking from somebody, because there is this aspect of people that go into the spiritual realm and like to do these spells. Now, I'm not talking about abundance spells where you're just focusing on your own. I'm speaking of where people take certain occult wisdom that they have and decide that they're going to take from someone else. And they consider that working smarter, not harder. But that's literally working more deceptively, because you're willing to do anything for the money and you're willing to take from another, when there is such an abundant, benevolent universe and a multitude of ways to have income come in, to have multiple streams of income. This is new concepts for many of us. We were always taught, get a good job, get a good job. So you got one stream of income and you thought that was going to be everything, because what, it gave you a 401k, some dental, vision, and whatever else, medical or insurance or something like that. And maybe at one time, and maybe once, that was a thing and it worked. We're coming into a time of change where there are different ways to come in being self-sustaining. And this self-sustaining is not just about money. It's about feeling the abundance and the prosperity in every area of your life. But that comes through having self-sufficiency, not being dependent on someone else for every aspect of your life. If a grocery store is shut down, do you have any skills or qualities in a way to feed yourself? If a job decided to let you go, do you have any other means of income to support yourself? If there was no electricity, would you know how to still light your way without the sun? Self-sufficiency, so that you're not having to work harder, but you're actually working smarter because you're being sufficient within self, so that you don't have to worry. Now, I will go a little deeper into this nasty knot. Let's find out. Why is this here when it comes to what you receive? What is it? Let me say it right. What do you need to receive? Why is the nasty knot here? Card number 47. Clarify, please. Nasty knot for group number 1. Okay. Clarify nasty knot, card number 47 for group number 1 as to what they need to receive. And I feel this one. Sun on the bottom of the deck. We have the Fool come out. And the Page of Swords. So both of these cards speak to me about risk. To be the Fool, you have to take a risk. To be a Page of Swords, this is also taking a risk. I mean, for some of you, it could be a nasty knot because you have some others watching everything you do. Every time you take a leap of faith towards something, you feel like they're watching to trip you up. They want to see if you're actually going to fall off that cliff. And if you do fall off the cliff, do you have wings? What's going to happen when you fall off the cliff? Can they then take the risk? So it's like not being afraid to take that leap of faith and having the faith to not be tied up in your mind. Because sometimes until you take the risk, you don't know how happy you could be. Even if Five of Swords peeking out behind that. Even if some others may be like, you shouldn't do that. That didn't work for so-and-so. Or I wouldn't do it like that. The ones that are watching. Here she go again. Here he go again. Trying something new. For some of you, you need to maintain your balance. Right? Only you know what makes stability in your life. When it's time for you to take a leap of faith, step off the cliff, have a new beginning. Because the Fool is 0. It's a new beginning as well. So after you have stood in faith and decided to untie yourself from any thoughts, and especially the thoughts of others, then your key card, key focus, key energy was saying, go ahead and take that inspired action. This is what you need to receive. Taking the inspired action in spite of who's looking or who's talking or who's thinking or who's sending evil eye. No, not worrying about that. Not worrying about even stepping off this cliff. Why? Because the divine's got your back, baby. So you can untie yourself from those knots, the knots of worrying, the knots of fear, the knots of anxiety, and just take the inspired action. This is card number 38, which totals 11. And then you have card number 47, which also totals 11. So it's like in the beginning, 1-1, you felt all tied up. but to release yourself for the abundance, the 8. So, okay. So in the beginning, you didn't feel stable within self. You felt tied up. 4. In order to bring that stability back, you had to go through these spiritual lessons. 7. The spiritual lessons of untying yourself from other people's thoughts and even your own limiting beliefs and thoughts. And then move towards your creative aspects, getting grounded to take inspired action towards 8, abundance. 11, baby. Okay? So many of you are now in this energy towards moving towards this inspired action. And this is what you need to receive at this time, especially when it comes to generational wealth. Group number 1, because you guys have planted some seeds and it's time for you to see the growth. There is good financial news on the way to you, group number 1. That's why you have to take the risk and the inspired action. Some people may be too scared to step off the cliff, so they're going to tell you not to do it either. You see, this looks like a pinnacle, a seed of life, or is that the flower of life? I think it's the seed of life. Don't quote me on it. But either way, you planted that pentacle. And now there is financial good news. Some of you took the risk when others wouldn't. And for some of you, you're going to be taking the risk if there's something that's coming up. For some of you, this will be something that you're going to learn because you're wanting to work smart, not hard. Something that's going to make you happy. See, others could even see that this happiness is coming, but they're too afraid to do it, so they'll have you not do it. But this is something that you're healing within yourself, trusting yourself and trusting your intuition more. Staying focused and loyal to self, keeping your sense of humor even about things. Because the fool is a happy-go-lucky. Look at him like, la, 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 la. I'm going to step on off this cliff. I know y'all looking, but that's okay because I'm going to do it anyway. Pop, la, 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 la. I'm stepping, you know? I'm just saying. Because the fool knows, like, baby, it's a risk, but the divine's got my back. And you know what? Even the divine mothers, divine feminine energy within me, I attracted this opportunity. I planted the seed and the divine mother fiercely called it to come through as abundance. So some people are watching you because, you know, it always takes, how does it go? Like some people can't see the vision, so it's not until the map is laid down or something like that. It's not until the path is forged. So some people create the path for others to come along and enjoy and make it easy for them as well. So some people are actually rooting for you on the path, whereas some others may not be. But it's not about you being distracted or having that feeling like you can't do it, having anxiety. Sometimes, group number 1, we learn even more from our failure than our success. It is either time to try again or abandon ship. Only you know. And that's what you need to receive right now, group number 1. From what I say, baby, go on and step off that cliff. Go on and try again. Learn from them failures. But I don't feel like it's going to be a failure for you, group number 1. Because the divine has your back. Because you're protected even in the spiritual realm. And because they're telling you to take care of your needs. And that this is a new beginning for you. And that your actual needs will be met. Can you see that? So even if there's a whole tornado of thoughts, of people, of energy, of storms, the storms of life swirling around you, baby, It's only coming so you could have this healing. It's only coming so that it can wipe away whatever doesn't need to be there so you can have the new beginning. It's only coming so that you know what to walk away from and you're not stuck in any illusion. But you have those that will be loyal to you, with you, on the path. Those that have equal give and take, that are generous, that are sharing, that are caring. Yeah. That will respect your boundaries. And those that have a like mind that don't want to work hard either, but they don't mind working smarter. So we find better ways to benefit the earth as a whole, because we're bringing restoration. This is what the renewal is about. A renewal of self, a renewal of generosity, a renewal of charity. Yeah. Where we don't have to work hard 40 hours a week and you steady barely bringing home enough to really take care of your family and actually enjoy your life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Anyway, group number 1, baby, that has been your reading. What it is that you need to receive, you need to go ahead and take the risk. Be all right with stepping off the cliff, knowing that the divine has your back. There is inspired action, and you'll know by trusting your intuition when it's time to take inspired action and when it's time to walk away. But don't doubt yourself. Call back those parts of you and allow that sacred healing to occur so that you can continue to be that inspiration for yourself and for others. Because doesn't it inspire you as a person when you do something you didn't even think you can do? You like, that had to be a miracle. What you say? I believe in miracles. Say it again, group 1. Okay? So that's been your reading for what you need to receive, the last part of this generational wealth spread. Go ahead, group number 1. Worry is a wasted emotion. Walk that path, jump off that cliff. Do the damn thing is what I just heard. You got this. And the divine's got you, got your back. Your ancestors are rooting you on. Even the earth, for some of you, is rooting you on. Because the earth is reliable as one of our ancestors. We all have come to this earth school. No matter what people say about it, earth, the Most High, has given you everything you need here on earth to survive if you really think about it. Food, shelter, and even clothing, even shoes. You can take bamboo and make plates, cups, everything, anything that renews itself. So are we going to continue to be destructive or find a way to be constructive? The choice is ours. Earth has been a very loyal ancestor, a very reliable ancestor. We can honor it, honor this physical world by taking care, renewable sources, regenerating instead of depleting, and staying deeply connected to balance nature. Okay? It's a choice. Okay, group number 1, no more ranting. You know what you need to receive, especially when it comes towards generational wealth, and that's taking the inspired action. And your crystal to help you with magnifying this energy is the parasolite. It assists you with magnifying your courage and your confidence, and this stone helps you boost those qualities. When you're manifesting your goals, it helps you strengthen your motivation, and it turns any negative energy into positive energy. Okay? And when you're bathed in the energy of this beautiful crystal, all the positive light, all good things happen. Okay, so you'll be drawing in more good things, including these new beginnings. New beginnings about how we deal with earth, rooted in earth, how we deal with self, how we deal with our relationships, and our relationship to earth. Can we honor ourselves with taking care of ourselves with more nutritional things, with the way that we handle things? It's an inspired action. We can be inspired to do it in a better way. Once you see a mistake, you can take a risk to change it. Okay? So thank you for joining me, group number 1. This is the last of your reading in this series of the generational wealth and what it is that you need to receive. Group number 2, your key card, key focus, key energy is Father of Fire. You have the tarot cards of the Queen of Swords, the Fool, and the Empress. Okay. You also have the Harvest with the Jera rune. Jera. You also have Reflection with Soul Awakening. You have the Eucalyptus. And your crystal is the Dumaterite. And this is what that looks like. Beautiful blue crystal for the third eye. You also have Fire with Passion. You have Crystals with Focus. You have Star Ancestors, follow the voice of your soul. You also have Willow Spirit with Flexibility. You have here the Yellow Tiger Mother. Divine Feminine energy showing up today. Balance, because group number 1 had the Tiger Mother. Oh, Mother Fierce. You guys have Tiger Mother. Journey Within. Sacred Gratitude. X-ray Vision. And Simple Life. And Resilience. I laugh because I see a lot of cards that came out during the pre-shuffle for group 1 and for group 2. Okay, group number 2, when it comes to what it is that you need to receive right off the bat, baby, you need to go ahead and ignite that passion. You got 2 cards talking about passion and fire. I heard Fire and Desire. I can't think of the song, but Fire and Desire. It's a song. I can't remember who sings it, but it's I almost get like King of Wands and Queen of Wands with these 2 cards here, and they both say passion. This is card number 26, so there's something about bringing balance and harmony through passion to your relationships is what I'm getting for what you need, group number 2. This is allowing you to awaken on a soul level, so some of you may take the time to reflect on your passions and to reflect on your relationships. What makes you feel passionate within a relationship? With the with what it is that you need to receive, focusing on your passions and getting very clear, like not just looking at the surface, but what is your heart and your subconscious really calling forth for you at a soul level. Group number 2, this is what you need to receive. Your soul is asking you to awaken to what it is that it wants you to focus on, for you to not see what's happening on the surface, but to really reflect and see what's occurring at a soul level. Go deeper. You have card number 2 here, and this is 22. So that's significant for some of you. You may be seeing 22 or 222. This has a great deal to do with your connections, is what I'm feeling. You're being asked to journey within. For what you need, it's all within you. It's not outside of you. It's really it's really about what ignites the passion that comes from your soul at a deep level. This ain't no surface level. Oh, that feels good. Great. I'll just do that. Nah, your soul is like, nah, bruh. Nah, sis. That's not where it at. I said passion. Not passion, but passion. You see that? There's an emphasis on that. You got to go a little bit deeper. You got to focus, man. Focus, group number 2. Focus. Get quiet. Get reflective. And focus on what really ignites passion within your soul. What really brings you passion when you do it? Who is it when you have in your life that's also bringing you passion? Look, even your star ancestors, like from above, are saying, baby, hello. I know you can hear us. And if you can't, you need to check in with your intuition, because at a soul level, we're saying, look, follow the voice of your soul. Like, how many times do we have to say it? How many signs and synchronicities do we have to send you? Like, we made the stars tinkle. You saw a shooting star. Like, what else do you need? Do you need us to send another shooting star? Do you need to see an arrow lit with fire to get a sign? Ask a question and ask for the sign. Is it a shooting arrow with fire? Is it a fire? Is it an arrow lit with fire? Is it a shooting star? What is it? Get quiet with yourself, soul. Time to reflect. Do you need to be in a cave by yourself and just have some light shine down on you to find out if it's a yes or a no? Because if you have a question, group number 2, clearly, whatever that question is that your soul is asking, or that you're asking of your soul, with this card here, number 26, Father of Fire, it's like a clear yes. Father of Fire here is saying step forward. Step forward, baby. Go on. Take a leap off that cliff. You like, but nah, man, I need to think about this. Hold on. I need to make a head over heart decision here. And Father Fire is saying what? Take a leap off that cliff. Look, you are already abundant. You will be nurturing your soul. You will be now accomplishing that growth and evolution that you really want at a soul level. But some of you are like, I don't know. I've been told don't always be so passionate, always in your emotions. And people say you need to have a head over a heart decision. And I'm trying to balance it out. See, ancestors? Y'all don't see me, star ancestors. Y'all here talking to me. Look, balance, right? I want to be balanced. And they're saying, follow your soul. Have you checked in and reflected with your soul, group number 2? Have you? Have you checked in with your soul? Because for many of you, you've been moving on a very surface level. Because when you felt like you were moving from your heart, it was too much, right? People couldn't necessarily appreciate it. Your passion was too hot. So now many of you, what you need to receive is the balance. You're balancing out your head and your heart. But there are times when you've already thought about everything it is that you need to think about. You have your sword of truth. You know when to yield your sword and when to let your heart come forward. You now know how, Queen of Swords, to set clear boundaries. You now are even better with communication. You're more clear-minded. So now that you're more clear-minded and you know how to have an unbiased, a more balanced choice, because it's about the choice, about the opportunities. Your soul has certain opportunities, group number 2, that it wants you to take, certain adventures that it knows will allow that passion to continue to burn within you, where you're balanced with your masculine and your feminine in both aspects, the masculine and the feminine within you, and the masculine and feminine of an actual relationship. Some of you are connecting or wanting to connect with an empress. Some of you are connecting with the divine feminine within you, that's allowing the empress energy within you, that's allowing this passion to flow forward. More in touch with your heart, able to be unbiased, not too much in your head, not too much in your heart, but not so afraid of your heart where you're not open to the opportunities that literally light your soul on fire, allowing that passion to come forward. It takes you journeying within to get clear, to have that time of reflection. Many of you are becoming more aware of this, and this is what you need to receive, creating more of a heart and brain coherence. This is what you need to receive, group number 2. And for some of you, it's going to be simply by having a simple life. You don't need the... What? That don't even go with that. I heard you don't need the excrement, like the extra shit, basically. The name brands, the this, the that, the things that society tells you makes you successful. The things that society will tell you how a relationship should look today. No. You're unbiased with your head and your heart, with a more clear, decisive way of choosing what is best for you on your soul's journey. For some of you, it's by allowing life to become easier. Making it easier for some of you could come by organizing your space, but I get more so organizing with your thoughts, minimizing all of the extra thoughts from others that are coming into you, so that you're able to reflect on what your soul needs, not what someone else is telling you. What does your soul need to thrive? What is your head and your heart coming together to create balance for in your life? Let me give you the definition of resilience. Resilience, hold on. Resilience, R-E-S-I-L. Resilience is the process and outcome of successfully adapting to difficult or challenging life experiences, especially through mental, emotional, and behavioral behavioral, flexibility, and adjustment to external and internal demands. Let me say it again. Resilience. This right here. Card number 4, bringing back balance and stability. Resilience, so that your heart and your brain are coherent. And I'll even give you the definition for coherent. But resilience right now is the process and outcome of successfully adapting to difficult or challenging life experiences. It could be a challenge to step off a cliff towards your passions. It could be a challenge to have a new beginning after you've been through whatever it is. But with those challenges of life experiences, through mental, Queen of Swords has a very clear mind, is very perceptive. Through mental and emotional, here's the emotion, because an Empress is very nurturing, very caring, very flexible, and able to adjust to the external as well as the internal demands. And so for many of you, I feel like on the external, many see you as an Empress. But on the internal, there are times where you put your heart to connect with your mind. And then you take that risk. And many of you, this is what you need to receive, especially when it comes towards generational wealth. And this reading is about the generational wealth and what you need to receive. An Empress leaves a legacy, an inheritance. It says she's sometimes she's giving birth. This giving birth is towards this generational wealth. The pomegranates on her dress speak of the abundance that she has. Pomegranates at one point in time were not abundant for everyone, like it was eaten by royalty. It was an exotic type of thing to have. So connecting with your Empress energy within self, or an Empress energy for some of you, male or female, is what's bringing forth this abundance. It's like many of you are graduating to the next level. You're connecting the harvest that you get to enjoy in the present moment, and that you are leaving for those of your legacy, generational wealth. But what it comes by and what you need to receive is this soul awakening. Having this resilience where your heart and your mind come together, where you are following the voice of your soul. For many of you, this is going to come by you surrendering to divine forces, because there are times when we must be flexible. We just said that. With the resilience, it comes with being flexible and flow. Flexible and flow. And then there are times when the surrender is into holding strong and being true to your inner knowing. This is where you journey within to your inner knowing, your soul awakening, focusing on your inner knowing, so that you're able to actually trust in life, take the adventure, have the opportunities. For many of you, don't forget to continue in this sacred gratitude. Sacred gratitude, card number 55. It's the thankfulness of your heart. It's the thankfulness of your mind. It's the thoughts of your mind to give thanks. And thanks for everything. For the earth, for the trees, for the breath that you breathe. For the earth, for the trees, and even the breath that you breathe. Because, honey, some people are not breathing, taking another breath. They've already had their change and transition. And even that is something to be thankful for. But in this present moment, it's being thankful for the resilience, for the balance and the coherence of heart and mind that bring forth more focus, that bring forth more balance, that bring forth more generational wealth, that brings peace within self. Peace within self brings generational wealth. Peace within self brings generational wealth. Are you willing to take the journey within, to take that, to see beyond the surface? When you have an x-ray, you're not looking at the skin on the surface. You're going into the depths of the heart to see the bones. What's the structure? What are you building? Are you willing to take that journey within and then continue to give thanks? Sacred gratitude here. It's the having the gratitude and the appreciation for the times of reflection, for the graduation of level to level, because they say it's levels to this, right? And without the lessons, you wouldn't level up. The lessons allowed you to level up, and some of you have ascended to graduating to higher levels in the spiritual. Give thanks from that, from your head and your heart. Yeah, that's big. So, group number 2, I'm going to make sure I'm hitting everything for you guys. I just realized we even had flexibility here, and we were talking about that. I'm going to read that one more time. I know y'all got it, and I'm also going to tell you about coherence before I end your reading. We're going to just take our time with it today. Resilience again. Flexibility here. Passion here. Sacred gratitude. Being thankful for the interconnectedness of all things. We're all energy connected in some way, shape, or form, just taking different forms. Being thankful for the air you breathe, the trees, the seas, the birds, and the bees. Each person that came to teach you a lesson, karmic or not, and even the loving relationships, the ancestors, the Most High, the angels, ascended masters, and the spirit guides. And even those that mean well with their advice that wasn't even asked for. Hopefully it came from their heart and not from their ego. But even if it didn't, it allowed you to know how to set boundaries. So we're thankful for even that. The little and the big, the small and the grand. Yes, thankful for it all. Resilience is the process and outcome of successfully adapting to difficult or challenging life experiences, especially through mental, emotional, and behavioral flexibility, and adjustment to external and internal demands. Because sometimes your soul is awakening you to something that it's demanding. And right now, your soul is demanding you follow that fire, that thing that makes you passionate. And so much so that it reiterated the message twice group number 2. Being that you are 2, it had to tell you twice. Passion, baby. What ignites your soul? That's what your soul is asking for right now. Now, when it comes to coherence, coherence is the quality of being logical and consistent. The quality of forming a unified whole. Coherent, logical, and consistent. Balance of heart and logic. The group gained coherence, and the artist took the same directions. Even though the focus was different, they came together coherently. Okay? So coherence is all of its parts fitting together well. Your head and your heart, your logic and your emotion. Being flexible. Okay? So that's coherence. I think that's your message. Did I touch everything for you? I feel I did. Oh, your crystal. So the crystal that's going to assist you, group number 2, is the Dumeterite. This deep colored blue stone helps you get control of your life back. This is where that balance comes when life circumstances occur. Can you still stay balanced in your heart and in your mind? The Dumeterite also is a stone that when you hold it in your hand during meditation can help you become more organized. So it can help you with creating this simple life. Card number 38 here. It can help you minimize the emotions, minimize the thoughts, and even minimize the clutter that may be around you in your surrounding. But it assists you in organizing and giving you self-discipline. So it can assist you with the self-discipline to take the steps to organize self, surroundings, heart, and mind. You will begin to feel inner peace and an end to a chaotic life. So that's what you guys need. Group number 2 is an end to the chaoticness in your life. Or should I say how to stay balanced, because that's what the eucalyptus is speaking of. Even when there is chaos in your life, how do you continue to have your heart and your mind balanced? That's what you need to receive. The insight on how to still continue in that inner peace, to be able to stay focused and still be able to follow what ignites your soul, what passion ignites you on a soul level. Got it out, okay? So that has been your reading, group number 2. I want to thank you for joining me, and continue to try to strike the right balance between overt enthusiasm, because your soul is asking you to move towards passion right now, right? But there's still also that balance of being passionate and then having a complete lack of interest. It's almost like you guys go to opposite end of the spectrum. You're either, and this is what you may want to reflect about, you're either in your head or in your heart. So you're either very passionate or you're overthinking things, okay? Constantly thinking about it, and so much so that you're not doing anything about those passions. You haven't come to the balance. Sometimes you're either completely in your head and thinking it over and not really moving, sometimes stagnant because you're thinking things, or you're moving sometimes too quickly into the passion. But when you can bring the passion together with the clarity of thought, that's more where you'll be able to stay in a more focused type of alignment, group number 2. Okay? So that has been your reading about what you need to receive. I want to thank you for joining me. And please make sure you check out the other reading so that you have a complete insight, more balance on the entire picture of creating, of co-creating, of generating generational wealth. Okay? All right, group number 3. Let's see if we can get to your reading without it getting cut off, because I think 2 of these videos, your reading got cut a little short. But you have Boo Boo the Fool with possibilities and potential as your key card, key focus, key energy. You also have Suilo with Sun. You have Beauty. You also have Intention. You have the Hornbeam, and your crystal is the Carnelian. You also have Staff with Foundation, Milky Way with Perceptive, Wise Ones with Grow within your current situation, Bluebell Fairy with Gratitude, Mother Mercy. So that's a beautiful thing. I didn't get to say this for, well, I didn't know it, but each pal had a aspect of divine feminine energy coming through it. Group number 1 had Mother Fears. Group number 2 had the divine mother, the divine yellow tiger mother. And group number 3, you have the Mother of Mercy. Okay, you also have Inspiration and Mother Earth, again with the divine feminine energy, Mother Earth. Understand your body. Healing Earth, again, Healing Earth. Okay. Silver Lining. Angry People. Letting Go of Sadness. And Spirit Guides. No, you can put those here. Letting Go of Sadness. And I'll keep it there. That's good. Okay, and then your tarot cards are the 8 of Swords and 10 of Pentacles. But it's in the reverse. So I don't know if I picked it up that way or did it flip out that way, but I'm going to take it like it is. Okay. Group number 3, excuse me. Group number 3, what you need to receive is setting the foundation. You're in this energy of creating generational wealth. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, right? But how are you going about it, group number 3, as for what you need to receive? Because the 10 of Pentacles in reverse is the dark side of wealth. It's financial failure. It's loss. It's fleeting success, lack of stability, and lack of resources. It's feeling all tied up when it comes to your wealth and your generational wealth. So what you need to receive is to know that there are possibilities of a multitude and infinite potential. You're being encouraged, and what you need to receive is to be able to see the silver lining in things and to be able to grow within your current situation. So for some of you, you feel like you don't have this wealth, or for some of you, you feel like you're having financial failure, group number 3, or financial failure has been something that's been very prevalent within your line. Ooh. I just heard for some of you, ooh. Take it as it resonates. This isn't for everyone. Wow. Some of you have called forth. Ooh. All right, I got to give the message. Some of you, because you sought wealth in a dark way by tapping into your darker side, if you look at the majority of your cards, they even look dark. Your perspective about how to go about getting financial wealth, for some of you, take it as it resonates. I'm going to give you both of what I'm seeing, but I'm going to start here with those that decided to tap into darker forces, darker energy, and I'm hearing take wealth. You have cast generational failure, financial failure on your bloodline because of the perspective you took about money and doing anything to get money. For some of you, because you wanted to create a lack of stability for others, being in the shadows, even the earth card, using earth energy in a dark way, and I'm hearing grave dirt, blood magic. Because you were willing to tap into the darker perspective of self, use earth energy in a very dark way, you created the lack of resources. And that's why you're being encouraged to grow within this current situation. To find a way to create a foundation for yourself where you're not stuck with the negative thoughts of what has occurred and not having a victim mentality. You can speak with your spirit guides, for some of you, and seek mercy. Now that's for some of you. I had to give that message because there is a section I'm feeling of cross watchers, or those that know that they've done this and they feel like they're not connected to their spirit guides because of what they did to get money. Take it as it resonates. You actually played the, I ain't gonna say that, boo-boo the fool, right? Okay. Now, that's for some of you. For others of you, this is about you not having a lack mentality. Know that there are infinite possibilities and a multitude, infinite potential. You have infinite potential, and there are a multitude of possibilities. For some of you, coming into those possibilities, connect with your spirit guides. Continue to give gratitude for the lessons you're learning for both sets of people, because even those that tapped into the darker selves, be thankful. Be thankful that you still have life and breath to connect with your spirit guides, to seek mercy. Mother Mercy, I feel like I'm going to read that one for you, group number 3, because this is the energy that you have here, and it's card number 19. So 1 with a new beginning, because 9 certain cycles are ending, and the 9 and the 1 total 10, which is also that new beginning of infinite possibilities. So you've had some setbacks for some of you who decided to seek the darker side. Now, how do you move forward? And those of you who have had a lack mentality when it came to money, how do you as well move forward? Mother Mercy says, just like the sun that shines brightly, casting a strong shadow. See, some of you tapped into your stronger shadow self in order to get this money or to go after generational wealth. That's why the Ten of Pentacles came out in reverse. But the caveat is your growing spiritual power needs to be expressed with the awareness that it will have an effect on others. You see, when you tap into your shadow and decide to go after generational wealth for your bloodline, and you're doing it in a dark way, it affects others. When you're doing it in a light way, it affects others as well. But it affects in a different way. So how do you bring balance to that? Where you don't have to do anything for money. Where you're able to still see the silver lining. The silver lining is that you have breath in your body still. You still have a chance to connect with your spirit guides. You still have a chance to give gratitude. You still have the chance to take inspired action to create a better foundation. And some of you are going to have to do that by letting go of the sadness that you've brought forth on your generational line. Because you're a part of that line. So even if it's just you, you're hindering the growth. But the divine, being merciful all in all, your spirit guides are saying you still deserve to be happy. So focus on the present. The present, the fact that you still have breath. The present, that you're still able to create a foundation even through all of the rain around you. Because this foundation, that looks like rain falling down, right? But there's still help because a staff helps you when you're walking. So some of you feel like things have slowed down to a point where you're walking, where you were flying and having speed of a chariot before. But now financially things have slowed down. Now you feel slower in life. For some of you, now your energy field feels slower in life. The mercy tempers the great strength and power with kindness, gentleness, compassion, and caring. Dispensations of mercy come when we are without recourse. So when you stop trying to go after getting money at any means necessary, or going after another person, feeling like you have to take a recourse. Basically what I'm getting is when you surrender it to the divine. Mother of mercy. And we say that, I've heard that, Mother have mercy. When we are without recourse, we have perhaps lost our way, become unable to find our way through, or have caused some great effect for better or worse that we did not intend. It might even be through our own hand that we have caused such a situation without intention or malice. We just proceeded in a certain way because we had not yet learned the wisdom needed to avoid it. Or perhaps our own guidance led us into darkness consciously so that we could learn something valuable, and we are a bit stuck. We may have perhaps been causing harm to others through our own unconsciousness. We could be suffering from a heavy karmic lesson from this or another lifetime. And our soul may be struggling to really integrate the lesson and feel free to rise up and move on. Perhaps we are in a situation with another where we hold great power. It might be as a parent, a teacher, a healer, or a boss. It might even be in a less obvious position of power where we could take advantage of another's care for us to secure what we want. These situations call for the quality of divine mercy. Divine mercy from the Heavenly Mother brings us to a place where we can stop the cycle of manipulation or being manipulated. Where we can stop the cycle of manipulation or being manipulated, of unkindness or unconsciousness. To pray for mercy is a powerful prayer. Kuan Yin drops nectar of mercy from her ivory vase into the hearts of those that call to her. If you are in a situation on either side of the story, whether you are the manipulator or you are the one being manipulated, on either side of the story, whether you feel powerful or disempowered, whether there is manipulation, fear, struggle, hurting, or suffering, call upon Mother of Mercy now. You are being guided by this oracle to accept her spiritual gift to you. Even if the situation doesn't seem too dramatic, fortunately enough, fortunately enough, her gift will abate any karmic escalation and prevent the situation from becoming anything worse. It will even help you to undo the negative effect of what has already unfolded. This spiritual assistance is offered to humanity from a place of loving respect, kindness, and a great spiritual power. Mother of Mercy, who watches over us with attentive love and cares for our spiritual progress. Okay? So the prayer to Mother of Mercy is, Mother of Mercy, so loves my soul. The nectar of mercy brings peace and bliss untold. I open my heart now to this endless love and peace, which the grace of Kuan Yin helps me reach. Om Mani Padme Om. Mother of Mercy, so loves my soul. The nectar of mercy brings peace and bliss untold. I open my heart now to this endless love and peace, with the grace of Kuan Yin help me reach. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mother of Mercy, so loves my soul. The nectar of mercy brings peace and bliss untold. I open my heart now to this endless love and peace, with the grace of Kuan Yin helps me reach. Om Mani Padme Hum. May that allow someone healing and give you the power to heal, to where you may receive the silver lining and be able to hold, please. Sorry for this interruption. Hold. Okay. Either way, group number 2. It's time for the healing, even the healing of earth. That's also what that was speaking of, that we can receive mercy for how we've ravaged the resources that have been entrusted to us. And that's why you have people willing to go to the dark side, to do anything because they're having this fear of loss. and what we've created to be successful today. We have every resource we need, honestly. But what do we do with the resources? It's time to set the intentions to grow within our current situations, to find the beauty in life, even through the things we fear. The beauty of this world, the beauty within self, the beauty within others. There is a silver lining. We can continue to have an attitude of gratitude for the resources we've been given, for this opportunity to have this earthly experience, for the ability to be able to be entrusted with the resources of the earth. What is our perspective of what is successful? What is wealth? Because there is no lack of resources, but it's all about your perspective. Are you going to be tied up saying you don't have enough, so you'll do anything to get money? Whether this is past life, this life. Generational wealth, because there is no lack of resources, can be passed down when we become more self-sustaining as a society, as individuals, as a collective, as those having this earthly experience. For you, group number 3, a part of what you need to receive is staying away from angry people. Don't engage with angry people. There's always someone wanting to lower your vibration, or that can lower your vibration with their anger. Be wise and not engage with angry people. Know that you also have the power to give and receive healing, group number 3. Understand your body, especially when it's in an angry state, especially when you feel like there's a lack of resources. What are the sensations you feel in your body? Are you paying attention to that? Because it's telling you something. And our bodies tell us when we also need healing. Too much processed food, GMO food, too much, like it becomes too much for the body. And it's time for us to understand when our bodies is saying that it's had enough. There's no lack of resources. We have more than enough to have everything we need. So whatever 1% of minds are saying that they should be in control of the seeds and your sovereignty and the decisions that you should and shouldn't make, it's time to step into your strength. The hornbeam, this is all about strength. The hornbeam energy coming out here from nature is telling us that we have the strength to, one, receive this mercy, to bring forth this healing of the nation, healing of the earth, healing of ourselves, healing of our bodies. The hornbeam is prized for its toughness. The wood of the hornbeam is excellent for making durable tools, such as the cogs for windmills and water mills. This tree was known as an ironwood because it would literally blunt a carpenter's tool. The hornbeam is an important tree for creating dense hedging, and it was once believed to provide shelter, get this, for both goblins and murderers. And this came out because even the mercy for the goblins and the murderers, those that did anything for money, those that decided they should be over your sovereignty. Despite this, the hornbeam hedges were planted to protect sacred groves, such as those that once existed in the Alps. In the past, the leaves were used to treat wounds and were distilled to create an eye lotion. This is a good time, group number 3, for you to work on new ideas, especially ones relating to personal projects, and to cultivate your creative talents. This will lead to that silver lining, fresh opportunities, and your renewed enthusiasm, which will rekindle your passion for life. And that's why you have the carnelian crystal, because it helps you to reignite the passion, magnify that energy within you. It invokes protection as well as inviting positive energy into your space. Carnelian is known to stimulate your metabolism, understanding your body. See how the divine even gave you a crystal to help magnify your energy so that you can understand your body, your metabolism, and promote healing. Because you have the ability to heal earth, we have the ability to heal earth, group number 3, and the power to give and receive healing. Carnelian is a crystal that magnifies that energy. It has very powerful healing power that can also cleanse your other crystals. So group number 3, what you need to receive is you setting the intention to see the beauty in all things, the shadow, and even decisions you made when you thought you had a lack of resources. And now setting the intention to see the beauty of being able to have mercy, seeing the beauty of being able to have healing, seeing the beauty of being able to grow within your current situation and have a silver lining, connecting with the earth energy, healing the earth, and having that gratitude in your heart and in your mind, in your actions and in your intentions. You can now take inspired action, knowing that there are infinite potential and a multitude of possibilities. It's all about your perspective. The sun always shines again. It may be a dark night and a dark night of the soul. But keep going. Because what you need, as you receive the mercy, as you stay in gratitude, as you set the intentions for healing and growing within your current situation, understanding your body and understanding your thoughts, not allowing the negative thoughts to overtake you. Not feeling like you're restricted because there's a lack of resources, because there's not. There's no lack of resources. And I'm hearing you have not for many of you because you ask not. Ask for the mercy. Ask for the finances. Ask for the healing. Let that be your intention. A prayer is just a heartfelt intention. And that is what you need, group number 3, on your journey towards generational wealth. I want to thank you for joining me, Tonae Star, here with Tonae Star Enterprises as we wrap up this generational wealth series. I truly hope that it helped you all who receive and resonate with these messages towards creating a foundation and establishing, continuing, generating, co-creating that foundation for yourself in this present moment and for those who are to come, your future generations. Wealth, abundance, and prosperity. As I say, always shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you are still amongst the stars. This has been another voyage on the Enterprise here with Tonae Star. It's been one beautiful voyage with you through this series of generational wealth. Check out the other videos. Establish your foundation. Always shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you're still amongst the stars. And always, always, always let your light, like this big old sun, shine bright. And if it has to be at night, baby, then be a whole Milky Way by yourself. Thank you for joining me. Tonae Star here with Tonae Star Enterprises on this beautiful voyage. And remember, your likes, shares, and subscribes are always greatly appreciated. Thank you. Bye.